guys? Okay, so the very simple answer is we want to store data because if we have data of our business transactions, we can understand how the business is performing, and based on that, we can create some reports to understand the progress of the business, or where we have to change the protocols or the policies or the rules and regulations of the business. So overall, if we don't have data, we cannot understand how my company is progressing, right? So if we have data, we can analyze the trends of the buy or the sell transactions, and then we can understand how the company is performing, right? And that's why we need data. Perfect. And then what's the database? Database again something where we are storing the data, right? What's the difference between a database and a data warehouse? Okay, who will tell me the answer for this? Difference between database and data warehouse. Very common interview question. Yeah, guys. Any answer? Database and data warehouse difference? Okay, no one. Okay, fine. So leave this. I will take this after some time. Data types. What are data types and why we need this?
Data type is identifier of variable,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
uh, i- which is used to identify type of variable like a string, string and numbers, real
Okay.
numbers.
Okay. What else? Anyone else? What are data types and why we need them?
Data type is a sorry, integer, character, float, uh, double, or it needs because we want to create a space for the records.
Okay.
So, so to make our database efficient, the calculations in
Okay.
the
Okay.
database.
Before this, I want to ask one very simple question to you guys. Okay. Please go on mute, guys. Yeah. Yeah. So very simple question. Okay. I'm giving you two options. The one option is to go and do a party in a restaurant, and the second option is to go and do a party in a local dhaba. So where you will prefer, where you will want to go, in a restaurant or in your dhaba?
Restaurant.
Restaurant, right?
Destination.
Okay. Why you will prefer restaurant?
So depending on our situation.
Because there I will get a different variety of foods and whatever.
But in dhaba as well, no, you can get different varieties, right?
Depends on your budget also.
So
Quality. Quality matters.
Budget
depends on
suppose,
the
I'm in sponsoring that. I'm ready to sponsor. Okay, so you will go for restaurant, right? Why anyone wants to opt for restaurant? Why?
Because in the restaurant, all
because
things
this is
are
very
in the management way.
Management. That's what, correct. You know, if you go in a restaurant, the first thing is that will be very hygienic, clean. It will be a clean environment, right? You all agree on this, right? Everything will be neat and clean, and on
Yes.
top of that, and many times it happens that you went to a restaurant and you went to a dhaba, and sometimes you have a bitter experience of taste in restaurant, and you found that a particular dhaba, the taste was awesome. It happens, no? We used to tell that okay, we
Yes,
went to
sir.
this restaurant, we have spent a good amount of money, but taste was not good. Yeah, in that dhaba I went last night, and the taste was really awesome. It happens sometime, right? So
Yes, sir.
why we are moving to restaurant? Why want to go to restaurant? The taste is not the only reason. Apart from that, the cleanliness, professionalism, and the presentation, right? If you go in restaurant, you will sit at the table. The waiter will be in a well dressed, well mannered, right? And he's a well trained person, right? He will greet you. He will ask you that he will give you a menu card, and they will give you a time, and whenever you want, you can place an order. And once you have placed the order, they will serve the food in a very decent manner, right? Everything will be neat and clean. They will give you tissue paper and all those stuff. So this happens now in the restaurant, right? But when you will go in a dhaba, of course, they will charge very less. But you know, like the waiter, they will not be well dressed. The etiquettes will not be good, right? So presentation and management are one of the important reason we used to go for a restaurant. I think most of you will agree. Okay, and why I've given this example is the questions when you will go for an interview. No, your presentation is very important. Okay, when the interviewer is asking you a question, because I as well in my company Fidelity International, I used to recruit guys. Okay, we used to take interviews. So we don't only concentrate on the technical part. Suppose a particular candidate, he is technically very sound, but his communication is not good, his behavior is not good, his attitude is not good, then we will never hire him. Okay, so apart from technical, your presentation should be very good. Okay, I'm just giving a suggestion. Okay, and then maybe like you have to work on that. So suppose I ask you a question, what is the data type? So many of you just you have started with the example that okay, numbers, integer, varchar. Okay, so how you have to say, I ask what is the data type. I have not asked that give me the examples of data type, right? So what is the data type? So data type is something which we use to assign to a variable, right? Data type is something which we use to assign to a variable or the column or the attribute of a table. That's the first thing. Next is if I ask you why you have to assign data type to a column, then the answer will be I have to assign data type to a column because based on the data type, that column will accept those values which data type we have assigned to it. And then this will help me in performing calculations and this will help me in space optimization. That's all. I got my point. So guys, you have to prepare in this way. You have to be very accurate and straightforward in your answers. Okay, so at this forum, you all are free. You can speak anything. That's not a problem. But down the line, try to frame your sentences in that way. Perfect. So, okay. So that's why I told you that presentation is very important. We used to go to restaurant because presentation is something we appreciate, right? Okay, now next is primary key. What is the primary key? I'm audible. Yeah, primary key.
Primary key is a key which is used to uniquely identify a record in a table.
Perfect. That's all. That's all. You can stop here. That's all. Primary key is something which is used to uniquely identify a record. That's all. And if suppose the interview is asking that no, explain that in further level, elaborate that, then you can tell that primary key is used to uniquely identify a record and primary key cannot be null. Primary key values cannot be duplicate. That's all. Got it? No? Very simple. Okay. You don't have to prove that you are a scientist. You don't have to prove that. Okay. Next is composite primary key. What is this? Who will give me the answer?
When we use two columns as a primary key, that is called composite key.
Okay. May I know who's this?
Yes.
Combination of two primary keys is called composite key.
Combination of two?
Yes, sir.
Combination of two?
No.
Primary keys.
Combination of two columns which we are using as a primary, that called composite key.
So when a single key is not, when a single column is not enough as a primary key, we use two columns together.
May I know who's this? Azhar.
Azhar.
Right. Perfect. Perfect answer. Very good. Although you all have given me the correct answer, but again, you have to frame in such a way that in a single sentence you have to give all the answers. First of all, composite primary key. The word composite tells that it is made up of two or more than two columns, right? Then the question is, I can make a single column as a primary key, then why I'm moving to two or more columns? Because when a single column is not sufficient enough to determine the unique key or unique record, in that case, we have to combine two columns or three columns or four columns or any number of columns to distinguish or to define a unique record. Then those columns will be known as composite primary key. I think as for the last session, I have got some feedback that few of you was a bit confused with the composite primary key. So any of you want me to repeat this composite primary key? This is very important. Is this clear or you want to repeat? Shall I repeat this?
No, sir.
Okay, I got one response for yes, so for sure I will go for this. Okay, very simple. Suppose I have a student ID, I have first name, I have Last name, I have Marks. Okay. First name, last name, Marks. The student ID is 1, 2, 3, 3. Name is A, B, C, and then again A. Okay. And this is A. This is R. This is Khan. This is again Kumar. This is Khan. First of all, tell me which is a primary key in this table.
No one, sir.
Why? Guys, please listen to this very carefully. Why I'm giving concentration on the primary key. In interviews, you will get question 100%. One question will be there on keys. Okay, this is very important concept. So try to understand. Those who have understood, please take it as a refresher. Okay. So, okay, someone told me that we don't have any column as a primary key in this table. May I know the reason for that? Why?
The marks can be marks
Yeah,
can be
Marks can be primary key. This is correct. Okay. Anything else? Marks is the primary key here, right? Suppose I am deleting this marks column. Okay. Suppose I deleted this marks column. Now, out of these three, do we have any primary key?
No, sir.
No, because none of the record is unique here, right? So in that case, what should I do?
So we can merge 1, 2, and 3 columns, all 3 columns.
Why I should merge 1, 2, and 3? Suppose if I merge 2 and 3 only. Now tell me, is this sufficient?
Yes, sir.
Take the first example, A with Kumar, A Kumar. Can you see A Kumar
Yes.
in second row? It is not present now. A Kumar
No.
in third row, it is not present. A Kumar in fourth row, it is not present, right?
No.
Now take the example of B Khan. It is present in the first row, not
No,
present.
sir.
B Khan is present here, no, this is also not present here. Similarly,
No.
C Kumar and A Khan, these all are not present anywhere else. Okay, so in
Yes,
this
sir.
case, I can tell that my composite primary key will be the concatenation of first name and last name. Got it? So when we don't have
Yes,
any
sir.
column which alone can satisfy the condition of a primary key, in that case we join, guys please go on mute. In that case we join two columns and that will act as a primary key. So here I have combined first name and last name. Now first name and last name together will be my primary key. I think, is this clear now?
Sir, in a
But I have a question. Like, what if we have same name in future? Like, we have another A Kumar in future.
If we have another A Kumar in future, so in that, very good question. Those who are not speaking, please go on mute. So I got this question that if what happens if I have same A Kumar, this again came. So you are correct. If same A Kumar comes again, then in that case, now I have to search for third column. I have to search for third column because this A Kumar is present here already and the same A Kumar came here. It means now the first name and last name is duplicate here. The same record is coming again. So it means now I cannot tell that the first name and last name both will combine as a composite primary key. So these two will fail. These two will fail. Now what I have to do? I have to search for a third column. So now I have to make the combination of three columns as a composite primary key. Have I answered your question?
So I am thinking it's very complicated.
Oh, just a minute. This is Abid, right? Yeah, Abid, just a minute. Hold on. So the one who has asked me this question that if A Kumar will come again, then what will happen? Is this clear, or do you have any questions? So first you ask me if you're not satisfied.
This question is clear that we can add another column.
Yeah.
And the another thing I have not been able to understand that under the student ID column, you have mentioned 3 twice.
Right.
The student ID 3 is twice. Yeah.
Twice, yeah, duplicate, yeah.
So, but as per my understanding, student ID, I mean, in generic terms, it has to be unique.
Right,
It
you are
cannot be
correct.
repeated. So I also want to understand this thing. Why have
Yeah,
you
right.
mentioned this?
Okay, okay, fine, perfect, very good, very good, very good discussion.
This is also my questions.
Yeah, yeah. So, may I know who has asked this question? The first one, before Abid, who has told that? Gentleman, your name? May I know who has asked this
I'm
question? May I know your
Asif.
name, please? Asif.
My, my name is Asif Iqbal. Yes.
Okay, yeah, Asif Iqbal. Okay, okay. So, brother Asif, so first of all, very valid question. That is this possible to have a student ID coming again? How is it possible that you can give the same student ID to two different person? This is not possible at all. That's correct, totally correct. Okay. Now, suppose while creating this table, if I would have mentioned a student ID as a primary key, okay, suppose if you see the syntax of this table, in this table, I have mentioned a student, suppose here I have mentioned employee ID as primary key, right? So in the similar way, while creating this table, if I would have mentioned that my student ID is a primary key, then in that case, if I will insert this record three twice, duplicate, then automatically the SQL will throw me an error message that boss, this is not possible. Okay, your question was valid, but that is applicable when I will mention that student ID is a primary key. Okay, then I will insert duplicate values, it will not accept at all. Now, then you ask that how is it possible? So suppose, consider an example that by mistake someone has done this, or maybe suppose this is possible. Suppose I'm just talking about the exceptional scenario that two-person they have the same employee ID. Okay, consider a separate exceptional scenario. Okay, Asif, is that fine for you? I'm just telling that suppose this is an exceptional
Yes, I'm
scenario.
with you.
Okay, so where we have the same ideas coming twice. Okay, now someone asked me the question that A Kumar is present here. Okay, sir, you have combined this to first name and last name, and you're telling that now this is a composite primary key for me. It means the same record will not repeat. Okay, fine, because I given you the example that okay, this four records, you cannot see any records coming again. Then someone asked me the question that what if A Kumar comes again? Then your promise will be broken here, right? Because A Kumar is coming again here. Then how you will handle this? So the first thing is when while creating my table, if I have mentioned that first name and last name is a composite primary key, then this table will not accept this A Kumar again. You might have seen in the last session, I have shown that example that I've taken a primary key and I was trying to insert the same value, then it was throwing the error message. So this A Kumar will not come again, will not be able to insert this in this table because we have mentioned primary key as first name and last name, and that's why MySQL will not allow me to enter the same record again. So is this clear?
Yes.
And tell me frankly, if it is not clear, I will try to explain you in some other way. Is this clear, this
Yes,
concept?
it is clear, sir.
It's clear? Okay, Abid was asking some question. Please go ahead.
Yes, I was telling that it is very complicating.
Perfect, perfect. So you guys are getting confused. Sorry, not confused, but your question is valid. That how I can determine that what is the exact primary key? Because of sometime you're telling a student ID is the primary key. Sometime you're telling the concatenation of this. So actually, what happens when you are trying to create a table? So before creation of the table, there is a profile known as this database designer. Okay, database designer. This is a role, okay, in software engineering. Database designers, so what they will do, first of all, they will understand the data what you have to insert in your table. He will analyze all the data first of all. After analyzing the data, then he will find it out that which particular column can uniquely can uniquely determine my unique records, or which two column can determine my unique records. Okay, so after doing a lot of analysis, then he comes at a conclusion that okay, this particular column or this two columns I can take as a primary key or composite primary key. Okay, and in a very rare scenario, it happened that the database designer has to change the primary key, because changing primary key always that doesn't happen. So if someone designer is changing primary key very frequently, it means he has not designed the table in a very good way. Suppose you have given the your house to some architecture, okay, design a house for me, okay, and after every week the designer is changing the design of the house, then you will think that okay, this designer is not good, right? So that's why, so primary key determination that happens at a very initial level, and it is not like you can take any column as a primary key. Before that, you have to do a lot of analysis on the data. Hope this is clear, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's still, if someone of you needs some info, more details, you can call me, ping me. I think we'll discuss composite primary key. Okay, now then you have a concept of surrogate key. Sometime again, it is not mandatory to create a primary key in a table. It's not mandatory. It is not like you're riding your bike or you're riding your four-wheeler and you have to keep your license. Okay, it's not like that. If you want, you can keep a primary key. It is having its advantage. You can keep composite primary key. But if you don't want to keep a primary key or composite primary key in your table, that's not an issue at all. Okay. Now, so sometime in your table, you suppose here in this example, suppose someone told me that I have A Kumar as well. Suppose I have this record. So in this case, this will be difficult for me to determine a primary key, right? Because in this scenario, I don't have any primary key in this table, right? So what I will do in this case, I will not keep any primary key in my table. So in that scenario, there comes a concept of surrogate key where the oracle will generate a primary key for you. Okay, and that is a bit advanced concept. So maybe if some time permits, we'll discuss about this. So just very high level, I'm telling you, surrogate key is something which SQL engine will assign a primary key for you. Okay, that will be handled by the SQL engine. Okay, and OLAP, what is OLAP?
No idea, sir.
OLAP is an online analytical processing that can record the historical data.
Perfect. Very good answer. Very good.
Good.
Very good. OLTP?
So
Current
online
OLAP is an online transaction
transactional
processing that
processing,
can
Very good.
processing the
daily
daily
basis
data.
data.
Perfect. OLAP is something where we used to keep the historical data that is used for the analysis purpose. Whenever you have to see the trend of your business for the last 5 to 10 years or something like that, there's no specific period that depends on the business, that varies with the business. So OLAP, very high level, this is something about the historical data. OLTP, transactional data, or you can tell daily basis data. Okay. And here comes the concept of OLAP. Generally, data warehouse is something where we keep the OLAP data, and database is something where we keep the OLTP data. Okay, if suppose in the interview, now coming back to this question, if someone asks you that, okay, tell me the difference between database and data warehouse, then you can tell that data warehouse is something where we used to store OLAP data, and database is something where we used to store OLTP data. Is this clear? Very simple. Okay. Okay, now moving to the next one. Always play with primary key. There's a very common saying in SQL language database. Always play with primary key. Who will give me the answer for this? What's the meaning of this?
So whatever we want to fetch from our table, we will do it with the help of primary key.
May I know who's this?
I think Azhar.
Azhar, perfect. Okay.
I think
Guys, I'm getting response from very few. Azhar, Abid, Bushra, and a few other Asif. Okay, I want everyone to speak up. Okay, perfect. So we will see this. So in today's session, we will see like what's the significance of primary key and what does this mean. Always play with primary key. Perfect. And apart from that, then we have seen the syntax of filtering table. I have shared few of this, and I have shared this material with you as well today. Maybe you have got time. You have gone through this. So I don't want to go through this again. Any issues, you can let me know. This is syntax of creating table. So first of all, you have to create a table. And guys, before creating table, there comes the concept of table space, schema, space allocation, all those things. All those things are taken care by DBA. They are known as database administrator. That's a totally different profile. If you want to go into that profile, again, you need the concept of SQLs. So they will take care of this stuff. So your world starts with the creation of table. So if you want to create a table, this is a syntax. You can add columns, you can add data type, you can add the primary key and all those stuff. Next, we have discussed about the inserting data. We have created a table with the syntax. Now the next thing is after creation of table, you have to insert data. This is a syntax of inserting data in a table. So this create and insert, these two are clear. Hope these two are clear to you. Then we have seen the alter command. Then we have seen the alter command. With the help of alter command, you can change a column from null to not null, from not null to null. You can drop a primary key from a table. The help of this alter command, these all are the syntax. You can change the constant of the primary key. You can add a new column. You can see here in this table employee, I have added a new column, date of birth, with the data type date. Okay. Similarly, this command, I have modified the data type of last name to varchar 20. Okay. And then with the help of alter command, you can drop a column. So maybe like if you want to drop this employee ID column, or you want to delete this column, so you can do that with the help of this alter command. Any doubt with respect to this alter command? This is very important. Any questions, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, this is clear. Then we have discussed about delete. If you want to delete any record, you have to use the delete. Okay, what's the difference between delete and truncate?
Delete
We
will
can delete one row.
remove data one by one, and
Okay.
truncate at once.
Okay.
All the data is deleted.
Which will take less time.
Truncate will take less time.
Okay, and delete will take more time. Okay. Then what
Drop
about
us.
drop?
So
It's
dropping
behaving.
is
It will drop the
Uh,
structure of the table.
Okay.
the whole structure.
Okay, this will totally drop the structure of the table, right? Okay, suppose I have dropped a table employee. I have dropped a table employee. Now again, I want to insert data into this employee table. Is that possible?
No, sir.
Yes, possible, because after drop we have to apply commit to fully drop that.
Yeah, suppose I have committed that.
Okay, no.
Okay. So suppose when you have
Sir, we
dropped
can,
a table, it means you have deleted that entire table at all, because it means it's like deleting a file. Okay. So when you have dropped a table, you cannot insert any record into that table because that table has been deleted from the database. Okay. Now, if you want to insert a record, so again, you have to create the table and then you can insert a record. What if I have truncated a table and I want to insert the record again? Is that possible?
Yes, sir. It is possible.
Okay. And if I have deleted a record from a table, can I insert the record again?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So delete and truncate drop. Okay. So delete means deleting the deleting a part deleting data in a table
Record one.
record by record or rows by row. Truncate is like deleting all the records in a single go. Drop is like dropping the structure of the table at all. There will be no, मैंने से उसका नामो निशान ही खत्म हो जाएगा, वो मौजूद ही नहीं होगा. ठीक है? So this is about delete, truncate, and drop. Okay. Now tell me, in the last session, have I told you about the update command? I forgot that whether I have mentioned this or not.
No, sir.
No. Okay. So before this, I have a quiz for you. Okay. And I want you guys to message me on the personal window of my WhatsApp. I will not share your results. I will just tell the who has got the maximum correct answers. Okay, so this is the question. Your time starts now. You have 5 minutes for this. It's 3:33 now, and I'm giving you 5 minutes. Means at 3:38, your time will end. Okay, so now I'm checking my WhatsApp. So ping me the answers. Is that fine? You can see the questions. I have totally 5 questions. Okay. Don't ping on that SQL portal. Ping me on that my personal window. Fast. Is my screen visible? Okay. Is that over?
So only 3 questions are visible.
Okay, I'm
4 and
scrolling it
5 are
down.
not.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Please don't ping on that SQL window. Please ping me on my personal window. Are you all done? How many of you have completed?
Where to ping?
On my personal window, on that WhatsApp, in my personal. Don't ping on that SQL training group. Ping me personally. So is it done? Have you all completed? Shall we proceed with the session? Okay, I've received response from Azhar, Asif, Javed, Gulbahar, Saif, Abid. Okay, fine. So I think perfect. Okay. So guys, I will connect again. My session is getting disconnected because of the record session. Okay. I will connect again. So, okay, I will stop sharing and I will connect again. Okay. So you guys can stay on that portal.